do they do now?
They'll identify her body. There's everything they need in that cabin. The shoes, the clothes she had, the rings on her fingers. They'll identify her body. And then they'll remember the other one, the woman they buried last year.
What are you going to do? What are you going to say?
What?
Does anyone know what happened?
No one but you and me.
You sure Frank doesn't know?
How could he? There was no one there but myself. It was dark.
I love you. I love you. Will you believe me now?
Yes, I believe you. I love you so much. So much. I thought I'd go mad. There was no one I could tell.
You could have told me.
You seemed so bored, so unhappy.
I thought you still loved Rebecca.
Loved her? I hated her. Hated her. What can I tell you? How can I explain Rebecca? For her, true happiness was only to be found in the unhappiness of others, in possession, in destruction. We were on holiday in Monte Carlo when she made her bargain with me. We went for a drive up into the hills. Do you remember that drive? Well, we stood there together on the edge of that precipice, looking out at the sunset. I remember her black hair was blowing in the wind. She told me everything about herself. She was smiling as she told me. I'll be discreet, she said. I'll take a flat in London. Nobody will ever know. And I'll make your precious Manderley the most beautiful house in all the country. We stood there on the edge of that precipice within 6 feet of death. I almost killed her then. Instead, I agreed. Why? Because I suppose I was afraid of scandal, afraid of all those whispered rumors. I thought about Manderley too much. I put Manderley first before anything else. And it does not prosper, that sort of love. She kept her side of the bargain. It was her taste, her skill that made Manderley the thing it is today. The china, the tapestries, the gardens, the shrubs, even Happy Valley. None of that existed when my father was alive. That's all Rebecca. One day she'd be here, entertaining, all graciousness and smiles, and the next back to London. And so we lived. Month after month, year after year. Then she began to go careless. She began to ask her friends down here. There was one man, well, one man in particular, a man called Favell.
Jack Favell?
Yes. Do you know him?
I met him. He came here when you were away to see Mrs. Danvers.
But why didn't you tell me?
He asked me not to.
That's no reason.
I thought it'd remind you of Rebecca.
As if I needed reminding. Well, he spent a lot of time down here when she was alive. She'd tell the servants that she was going to sail and wouldn't be back until the morning, and then she'd spend the night with him in that cottage by the bay. Then one day, one morning, I lost my temper. I told her that if I found him here again, I'd kill him. She didn't even reply. She just ignored me. Things drifted on. Nothing much happened. And then I'd been having dinner with Frank Crawley. Rebecca had gone to London. I left Frank's at about 10:30. Her gloves and scarf were on a chair in the hall. She'd come back. I couldn't imagine why. I went upstairs. She wasn't there. I guessed that she'd gone down to the cottage. I presumed Jack Favell had gone with her. Well, I felt I couldn't stand it any longer. I took the gun. Just to frighten them. I took the gun and slipped out into the garden. The servants didn't know that I'd come back at all. I made my way down through the woods to the cottage. Rebecca was alone. I started shouting at her. I told her that I had had enough, that it was the end. She got up. She got up and stretched herself, her arms above her head. "You're right, Max," she said. She was smiling. This time I turned over a new leaf, found a new interest in life. A child, perhaps. A son. An heir to your precious Manderley. And nobody in the world could ever prove that it wasn't yours. I'll be the perfect mother, just as I've been the perfect wife. She turned round to face me, laughing. I fired at her heart.